So why influencers are lying to you? Yes, because this is something that's happening right now. Most of the influencers, even if not everyone, are using techniques or lying to you. What I want to do with you today is, first of all, I will tell you why they are lying and which are the techniques they are using and the reasons most of all. Second, I will bring you two examples of important videos from big influencers that produce the content that was a little bit buggy or at least pretty much a lie, but there are reasons behind. I will just explain to you in a moment. The third thing that we'll do together is understanding the chemistry. Guys, yes, it's about your body. It's about how your body is reacting while you are listening from my videos, from any video. This is something that is happening all the way along to anyone. Doesn't matter if you're using Twitter, YouTube, or whatever. And you need to be aware of that. I will explain to you in a moment everything. The reason why I decided to do this video today is because we are on the edge, literally, of something that could be epic. We are making history, literally, guys. Finally, cryptos are growing. We have seen this incredible spike by Bitcoin, Ethereum. We having airdrops, even meme coins that are literally skyrocketing. The point is that, yes, we can make money, and we will make money. I don't expect right now the market simply going like 100,000 without correcting. I do expect a correction. It could even last several months. We don't know. We will see. The point is that this is demonstration that the institution, everyone is again interested into cryptos, and cryptos can literally finally get adoption, pushing the price of everything much higher. The problem is that is you need alphas. You need information that can make you rich or giving you the tools to take better decisions and make money. But if you don't know what I will tell you in this video, there is no way. Or at least if you're not a psychologist, if you're not something really good on communication and so on. So let's start with why influencers are lying. And I want to show you what is the behind of the scene of creating a content. I will do through my videos. So let me show you something. As you can see, this is a video that I published 3 weeks ago. And to produce this content, I spent pretty much a lot of time thinking about what should be the best content to produce. And at that time, I thought, well, Vitalik just talked about BitTensor. BitTensor is the leader of the market when it comes to AI and blockchain. And I said, okay, that's pretty interesting. This market is moved by narratives. So let's talk about the main narratives, giving to the audience a way to decide which kind of token could be the best. So what I did was creating this content. And as you can see, the result has been pretty nice, at least in terms of the value that I put in that content. Just check this token that I was talking at that time 3 weeks ago. It was just at 0.05. And guess what is right now? It's about 5, 6 times higher. But it wasn't the only one, as you can see. Just a moment before I was talking about IELTS. The price was 0.14. Right now is about 0.25 and the top was about 0.32, so 2.5x higher. So that's a lot of money could have been made through that video. But most of all, it's not just about you could buy IELTS or Azure, whatever you prefer, FAT. Most of the tokens outperformed the market. The point is that you need a system. And in that video, I was telling you a way to identify narratives, and I was giving a suggestion about a process to pick a right coin. It was pretty good. But as you can see from the views and the likes, I got just 8 likes. 8 likes, guys? How can I survive with 8 likes? It's something that is not possible, obviously. But I'm not here neither to say that I was so good to tell you coins that overperform and not even to complain about the result, because it's not the point. I want to show you the process, how I decided to publish about that content that I believe had value. Unfortunately, the result has been pretty bad for me. So what I did the next time has been changing the system. Instead of creating something that I thought was valuable, I checked outside what people were looking for. And what I did was, from one side, checking on vidIQ. vidIQ is giving me the searches on YouTube about different contents. So I saw, for example, that Chain was pretty hyped. and there were many people searching for it on vidIQ. At the same time, I checked other people who are creating content about uh, cryptos, DeFi, and so on, and Chain was pretty hyped. Many people were talking about. There was many views and so on. So what I did was creating a video about that, and as you can see, the result was pretty much different. I got almost 200 likes. I got 3,600 views and more than I don't know how many comments because it's Friday in 28, but whatever is the number, it's much higher than any video that I published recently. Why? Because I talked about something that mostly people were searching for. The reason why I'm sharing with you it is not to say it's good or bad, it's just to show you what's the process and why an influencer is deciding to talk about something instead of something else. At the end of the story, yes, the goal is always creating value. For example, if you watch that video about Chain, I tried to make my best to take out the maximum from that content, from that kind of topic. I shared tricks that not most of the influencers were talking about. So I tried to make my effort, to put the effort on it and make the maximum out. The point, unfortunately, is that Chain, yes, it's a nice topic, but really, how much money can we make out of Chain? I love the project, I really love it. And I'm sure that Berachain, I'm sure, I suppose, because unfortunately, as we said many times, airdrops are about uncertainty. So I think that Berachain will offer a lot of money to the community back. The point is that for a lot of money that are shared, there are also many users that are looking for a share of that pie. So I don't think that Berachain it's a great deal. Interest is not so there is no reason why there is so high. Yes, it's a good project. It's pretty interesting, and I'm sure that many projects also available in terms of DeFi will run on top of that. But the airdrop is not the end of the world. Yes, obviously, if you have 5 minutes free, it's much better farming Chain instead of just doing nothing. So that's something that is absolutely something that I suggest to you. At the same time, if you look for something more serious, more boring, well, probably that content, the other content I published was boring. That's the reason why it didn't get any kind of view and any kind of like. So yes, it's boring, but it could have made you much more money. So what you need to understand is that we are all slave of the big boss that is the algo. The algo is deciding what will succeed, and we need to try to trick it in order to get more views on top of our videos, because otherwise it's absolutely impossible. Please leave a thumbs up, drop a comment. That's the way that you have to tell the algo, man, check this video, look at this video, and not just this one, because this video has more value than the other one. Yes, I know maybe the other one is more engaging, but here is where is the value, because there is a big difference between cryptos investing and just like traveling, food, and so on. If all these things are just entertainment, when it comes to crypto, it's about your money, your future. So the value should be much more important. Unfortunately, the YouTube algo, or the algos of Twitter or whatever, doesn't care about that. The algo, the only thing that wants is having people watching the content, stay on the platform. And you can tell the algo that you appreciate the content by giving a thumbs up and leaving a comment. So that's the reason why every time I'm asking you to do that. Let's go to the point number 2. So which are a couple of videos that were lying to you? And I chose 2 influencers. I will not reveal their names because it's not the point about pointing finger against this and this. It's not the point. I want to show you when I analyze the video. So I will just tell you and we will do the analysis, but without revealing. It's like a zero knowledge proof system. We don't want to reveal the identity who is behind, but we want to understand which is the dynamic that pushed them to take this kind of decision, because they were lying. I don't think that they were in a bad will, but that's what happened. So let's see together. First video was a video about airdrops and was saying if you have just $1,000, follow these airdrops and you will become rich. And I was about, oh my God, really? If I have just $1,000, maybe following airdrops is not the best choice. It's not the best option for you. Yes, you can do, as I was telling you, in your free time, do some actions for a couple of airdrops. That's always a good idea. But not, for example, don't do EigenLayer, like this guy was suggesting. EigenLayer, just to make it clear, to if you have USDT to buy ETH, to stake, restake, claim your rewards, and unstake 20% of your whole capital. And even so, that guy was suggesting that. And if you're wondering why that guy suggested that, well, probably simply because EigenLayer is so hyped right now, and he thought, well, I have to say something that looks credible, that looks intelligent, looks smart. Why not to talk about something that everybody knows and everyone will think about? Oh, yes, I heard about, and many other people are saying that it's so great and so on. That's a good idea, and they will think that I'm so great. And that's the result. If you look at the comment of this video, it was full of, oh my god, how many alphas into this video. Really, alphas? I wouldn't call them alphas, and not even a good strategy if you have just $1,000 to go after airdrops. But that's another story. If we talk about the second video I want to mention, is another video that was coming from another great influencer. It was about the biggest airdrop ever, EigenLayer. EigenLayer probably will be one of the biggest projects to be listed this year. But it's not an airdrop for you, or at least if you are not a big whale, if you have a lot of money, yes, and if you have a lot of ETH that are just staying there without any kind of yield, well, EigenLayer is perfect for you. If you have a person that is just dealing with a portfolio of 10K or something like that, well, no, EigenLayer is not for you. But for a simple reason, guys. EigenLayer is distributing points and money in a proportional way. It means that the more money you put in, the more you will receive. This is not the kind of airdrop that you want to look for. What you need to look for are airdrops where you can get more compared to how much money you are putting in. For example, if we talk about the numbers, EigenLayer right now has an APR that is about 30%. So it means that if you had 1,000, you put 1,000, you get at the end of the year $300. So not so much. We just say that you have to pay $200 of fees, so getting 300 is not so much. At the same time, the reality is that with any probability, the airdrop of EigenLayer will come just in about 2-3 months, something like that. So the real airdrop is like just 5-10% of APR. Plus, and we have to be fair because we have to tell the whole story, is that yes, you can get the airdrop from Swell for EtherFi, it probably will be the biggest one. But again, is it a good strategy to diversify using different protocols? Well, not if you don't have a lot of money, because obviously if you're moving 1 million, well, that's still worth it. But if not, well, every time you are performing an action is about fees, a lot of fees. And if you get a reward that is not so great, not so big, you will pay more of fees compared to the amount that you will be able to claim in terms of points. So yes, you can compound, even your APR can reach something like about 60% annually. But if we talk just about for the next 3 months, it means 20%. So guys, it's not so worth it. EigenLayer is for whales. If you're a whale, if you're moving a lot of money, that's great. Otherwise, try to farm ZK Sync, Scroll, something that gives you the possibility by your effort, through your effort, if you do that every day, if you are persistent and you do everything that I was talking into this video, I will leave the link over there. If you follow all of those rules, yes, you can make money, and you have to look for airdrops that are making you possible through your effort, through your time to earn more. EigenLayer is not. So telling people EigenLayer will be a big airdrop and you can make money, it's a lie. I think that the person who produced that video knew that, otherwise it's a little bit boring not knowing that, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the story, creating a title is all about making hype, creating the hype and producing that kind of reaction into your body. And here we come to the third topic of this video. This is the most important, guys. When you are reading, when you are listening for something that is making you a promise, that is the promise that you would like to listen, like, let's get rich easily. Oh my God, that's great. Maybe that's also the right opportunity because we heard about airdrops, and airdrops are something that is a reality. We have seen people making a ton of money out of that. But not all the airdrops are for you. But that's what people are not telling you. Influencers are not telling you. The point is that when you are listening to the promise, your body is starting to produce hormones, and your hormones will make you feel in a certain way. And the idea of doing something that will producing an outcome into the next future that can make you rich, because there are many people that are hoping that by doing free actions or whatever they can make out thousands and so on. Yes, it's possible, but unfortunately, there's a big problem. It's about uncertainty. Uncertainty, guys. The beauty of airdrops is that they don't come out immediately. The result, your reward, that's something that will come just in the future. While when you farm something, when you do a liquidity program or liquidity mining program, the result is delusional. Why? Because you see immediately that you are not earning enough, or at least much lower than your real expectation, much lower than what you were dreaming. So you drop before. While when it comes to airdrop, you can always dream. And while you are dreaming, many content creators are starting to, oh, you are dreaming, let's push it a little bit beyond and let's make the promise bigger. The biggest airdrop ever, make it 1,000, make 20,000, 100,000. Yes, we have seen influencers saying even that you can make 100,000 out of it. Yes, you can make it, but you need a lot of money or a big network. So if you don't have none of them, you can't make that. And whoever is saying the opposite is lying, is lying. That's the reality. When you have to know is that the promise, so the title, is creating you some kind of expectation. It makes you dream. While you are watching the video, the influencer is building the dream even bigger. And in that moment, you are start producing this kind of hormones. And there are different techniques on how the different influencers are building authority. If you want to know more about that, I made a whole video about that. You can find it to the right corner over here. I don't want to waste time on it right now. So when you watch the video, your body is reacting, producing hormones. Hormones that are excitement, are positive. And most of all, when it comes to airdrops, it's creating some kind of addiction, because you are always thinking, oh my God, if I can earn from this, imagine if I can earn from this, and you are following all of them, and you are following all the influencers who are creating content about airdrops. Nothing bad about that, again, guys, but it's about you need to be aware of what is happening to your body. And there is another thing. The more video have views, the more likes it has, the more it's coming from a person who has a lot of followers, the more authority it gains in your eyes. So that's the reason why when you watch a couple of videos and you check the comments, you will see, oh my, what incredible alpha you have been sharing, even if the video was a crap, or at least like the case of the $1,000 just for airdrops, and we was talking about EigenLayer. Makes no sense. But even so, if there were many comments into that video saying alphas, and so on. The point, that's something I have seen in the whole previous run, is that the concept of value is not really creating real value. That's not what your brain, not what your body appreciate, because your body hates to think rationally. It doesn't want to think and to make an effort to create a strategy to be consistent and perseverant during the time. It doesn't like the reality that if you want to become rich, yes, you can, but it's a tough journey. If someone is promising you, and again, guys, it's not because you are naive, that's because our body works in this way. There is no other way out. The only way out is understanding that in the moment when you will listen to that kind of promise, your body will react in that time, and your brain will love that story. You have to make an effort to say to your brain, okay, brain, I understand your point of view. God, I understand your point of view too, but let's be frank. This system, maybe it can work, but it's not a strategy. It's like betting. I'm not saying that you can't become rich just going to the casino or betting on something. Yes, but it's just a matter about luck. If you want to reach, if you want to be rich and be rich for real, you need a strategy. And if you want to have a strategy, you need to tell your brain, shut up, your body, your hormones, shut up. I understand why you are giving me that kind of feeling, but I know the reason why I got that. And I know that is, I'm not saying wrong, but it's not the best path if you want to be rich for real. So in that moment, you need to stop and tell your body, okay, useful, because this information has been even in any case useful. Because remember, guys, any influencer can tell you something useful. I can just share what I know, my view, and in some case could be right, in other could be wrong, and so on. But if you take my information and adding to the information that other people are telling you, well, you can get the whole picture, and that's the whole picture that will help you to create a great strategy. What is important for you to understand is that the value, it's just a buzzword. Any video can create value. The point, the reason why you like most of the videos, it's not for the value, but it's for the hormonal reaction that is generating you. That could be due to the big promise you will become rich, as we have seen in the examples that I gave you, or it could be just because it's entertaining, because maybe the way that the story has been told, it's really entertaining. That's another strategy. And again, it's not about the content, it's about how it is told and which kind of leverages it is using. And all of them will generate an answer in your body that will affect the way you will perceive that content. So my suggestion is, guys, be aware of this. It will happen no matter what. Even right now, you have some kind of reaction in your body. Be aware of that. And after that, digest all the information that you have been listening, check them out because it could be wrong. So check the information. If the information that influencer shared is something that makes sense, what Google is saying, what other people are telling on YouTube, on Twitter, and so on. Always verify what you are listening. And after that, build your own opinion. There is nothing more valuable of it, guys. I truly hope that this video made you understand better what is going on when you watch a video and why airdrop could be a crap, or at least not really what you expect, what your body is make you believe. And at the same time, guys, please leave a big thumbs up. Leave a big thumbs up. Guys, please leave a big thumbs up. Drop a comment. That's the only way that you have to help us as content creator to teach the algorithm that this content could be helpful for other people. Otherwise, the only way out that we have is to use tricks, use lies, using, instead of creating a content that is valuable for real, we need to create a content that's just entertaining, that is just not the content that you deserve. So really, really help us to push these kind of contents. Guys, thank you for following me, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye, guys.